Zoo, you need to check out the new education center.
Yeah, it just opened earlier this year, and Drew is there checking out the activities. And you have a great teacher out there this morning, the director of the zoo. Drew?
Yes, Dr. Don Moore joins us this morning inside the zoo's new education center, which opened up, Dr. Don, this past March. Right. And I think to myself, what a great place, especially in the summer when it's hot outside, like it will be today and later this week. Cool place to be. Cool for the temperature, cool for what's inside that you can see. Could you do me a favor, Dr. Don, and pull out Cheez-It again, our western pond turtle friend. And here's a look at not necessarily a baby western pond turtle, but he's not very big either. And the zoo is a major player in the western pond turtle recovery program. So a lot of questions with this program. I'm going to start with how it begins, because I know you had to go out into the wild for starters. So how do we get these western pond turtles?
That's right. The babies are so small that they can be eaten by invasive bullfrogs and bass. So in the spring, when they're born, we go out in May, June, and we collect the little tiny babies that are the size of a Cheez-It.
I think now is the time, that little Cheez-It, I think now is the time where I take the camera on Steve's shoulder and I direct it into the lab, the Species Conservation Lab, because inside that exhibit we see some really tiny western pond turtles. So how long about have those turtles been here at the zoo?
They've been here since May and June, when we collected them from ponds around Columbia River Gorge.
And the idea is to get them bigger than the mouth of the bullfrog or the mouth of the wide-mouthed bass.
That's right.
How long does that take usually?
It takes about 10 months.
And what are we doing to the turtles, or for the turtles, I should say? What are we doing for them care-wise while they are here at the zoo?
Right. We provide great care. We have keepers who look at them every single day and give them food, and we provide heat, and we provide full spectrum lighting while they're growing in these tanks. If they need veterinary care, then our veterinarians are experts at taking care of turtles and everything else from ants to elephants.
And again, this is because at one point in time, the bullfrog and the wide-mouthed bass was not in their territory. So they were able to survive on their own. Now they do need the zoo's help. And how do we know this program's working? Because eventually they are re-released. Right. How do we know the program's working?
So in conjunction with our collaborators, Fish and Wildlife Service and Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife, we actually do population assessments. We've released thousands from zoos that have been head started in zoos over the last 20 or 30 years. Oregon Zoo has released over 750 turtles back into the wild. They're marked before they go into the wild, so they can be collected and assessed every year after that, and we can see the individual numbered markings on the turtles when we collect them back.
Again, this is something that families can see for themselves. They can see this program come to life right here inside the Education Center. This is not an administration building. This is actually a building at the zoo that people can come and enter.
That's a great point. It's a building that teaches. We're open all the time. We have, classroom spaces, but we also have these amazing exhibit spaces, the Insect Zoo and the Species Conservation Lab, that are manned by teens and educators and volunteers all the time.
The good doctor, Dr. Don Moore, Oregon Zoo Director, joining us for the next to last Drew at the Zoo segment for the summer. The last one, Ashley, Kathy, and Rod Hill, next week.
Oh, wow.
I'm looking forward to the segment,
next week.
Not looking forward to the end.
Yeah, all right, Drew and Dr.
Oh, that's what we do. We do them once a week.
Yes.
We do them once a week.
We know that. We're on the same show.
It sounds like.
We watch them every Tuesday.